So the year is 2017, and Apple has pretty much just showcased not only the iPhone and iPhone 8 Plus, but they also demonstrated and kind of announced their next major release of iPhones, which was the iPhone 10. And in my opinion, this was probably the most impactful iPhone of all time. I've talked about this iPhone a ton since it's even been announced since 2017, and I really do think that, honestly, if you're still using a phone like this, you probably would be okay if you just kept it even like another year until the iPhone 15s come out, considering this device is still supported with software. Now, the big thing and one of the main things that this product got, which was a little controversial when it first came out, was actually the lack of a home button and the addition of that gesture-based design. Since then, I've always thought to myself that every single time I use even an iPhone SE 3rd generation, which just came out this year, using that home button, although I love Touch ID, it actually makes the phone feel so much more archaic, and you have to wait so long until things actually load, and then you click into your home button and then you have to wait till it closes the app. With the gesture-based design that the iPhone 10 introduced, you are actually pretty much removing those types of things, and you are actually getting basically that phone that's just so seamless. Although it wasn't the first phone to remove the home button and use, on-screen buttons in a way, it was still a super seamless experience. And at that time, and even till now, although this phone doesn't have, 120 Hz display or anything, it still feels like a very smooth phone, even compared to some phones that have 90 Hz displays, because of that, just how well of a job or how good of a job Apple did with that gesture-based design. Now, I think we all know the design of this phone. I mean, the display of this thing still looks almost exactly the same as it does on the iPhone 14s. In fact, I would kind of argue that this display, although it doesn't get as bright and although it probably doesn't look as good, it's still very, very competitive against the iPhone 14s as well. And with the notch and with the Face ID, I mean, the iPhone 14 Pro was the first iPhone since the iPhone 10 that actually changed pretty much anything noticeable with the notch. It got slimmer, it got smaller, but the iPhone 14 Pro, I mean, you're talking about 5 years of differences there, and Apple just now made somewhat of a difference when it comes down to it. Now, that body still feels very premium. This was one of the first iPhones to bring back the glass back with wireless charging, which was really nice. You also had that dual camera setup, which, if you think about that, we still pretty much have dual camera setups on the base iPhones with the iPhone 14s and probably with the iPhone 15s as well. So you're really not going to be feeling like you have a super outdated phone from that standpoint either, which is another really big thing to keep in mind. And those things, just that in and of itself, just showcases the exact impact of what the iPhone 10 actually had. And although this phone, like I said before, is an older phone and maybe it's not the first one I would recommend people buying, if you actually own an iPhone 10, I don't think you're missing out on too much. And if you own probably an iPhone 6S or an iPhone 6 and you're wanting to go and upgrade your device, I still think if you need a phone and you don't want to spend that much money, the iPhone 10 is a very, very good deal. You can buy these things for less than $200. And even now, in this day and age, it is still making waves because it's still supported with software. It's still getting some features here and there, and it's getting cheaper and cheaper in price, making it a really, really good deal in my opinion. So in terms of that, that's kind of the impact of the iPhone 10. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.